Let me guess. You are earning just enough to survive, but never quite enough to relax. Every month feels like a quiet tightrope walk. One unexpected expense, a car repair, a medical bill, a sudden rent increase, and the entire balance falls apart. Payday hits, and before the month is even halfway over, the money has vanished. Modern money culture sold you a very dangerous idea, that if you just worked harder and crossed some invisible income line, the stress would fade and wealth would naturally follow. But here is the uncomfortable truth. You do not feel trapped simply because your salary is too small. You feel trapped because your money is moving without your permission. Modern spending is designed to be frictionless and invisible. The system profits when you lose track. For many households, the deeper issue is a control problem. In behavioral finance, this is known as Parkinson's Law, the reality that expenses inevitably rise to meet income. The modern financial ecosystem absorbs whatever you make, regardless of your salary. Japanese money culture offers a powerful counter-narrative. Concepts like Mottainai and Chokin are not about extreme deprivation. They are simple lenses that slow money down, bring awareness back, and help you take absolute control over what you already have. They teach us that building wealth is not about how much flows through your hands, but how much you intentionally capture. Today, we are looking at 8 Japanese money habits that build quiet wealth, not by waiting for a bigger paycheck, but by changing your financial behavior right now. Number 1. Chokin. Pay your future self like a creditor. Most people follow a predictable financial script. When payday hits, they pay their landlord. They pay utility companies, streaming services, and delivery drivers. Then, if there is a tiny bit left over, they save it. The Japanese concept of chokin flips this entirely. It is the practice of intentional saving, prioritizing paying yourself first before the world empties your pockets. When your income is low, the visible cost of paying everyone else first is having zero savings. The hidden cost is much heavier, the total surrender of your control. You endlessly react to life. The psychological trap is the belief that you simply do not make enough to save, telling yourself you will start when your salary increases. But the amount is not the point. The habit is. The system fix is brutal but necessary. Set up an automatic transfer the morning your paycheck arrives, even if it is just $20. Move it to a separate account you cannot easily touch. Quiet wealth begins when you stop treating your future as a suggestion and start treating it as your most important, non-negotiable bill. Number 2. Kakeibo. Make invisible money visible. Have you ever opened your banking app and thought, where did it all go? You did not buy a luxury car. The money just quietly vanished. Modern spending removes all friction. The Japanese art of Kakeibo, a traditional household ledger, forces the exact opposite. It makes you slow down. When money moves invisibly, the visible cost is a $10 subscription or a quick convenience store run. It feels harmless. The hidden cost is that these frictionless transactions quietly absorb the exact margin you need to build wealth. The psychological trap is avoidance. We refuse to look at bank statements because we fear the anxiety it will cause. We think we have an income problem, when really we have a clarity problem. The system fix is to break the cycle. For the next 30 days, do not just glance at an app. Write down every purchase manually. Force your brain to process the numbers. Awareness does not make you poor. It gives your money a place to go. Number 3. Mottainai. Stop wasting your margin. When you track your money, you will inevitably find uncomfortable purchases. Culturally, Mottainai expresses a deep sense of regret over waste and a profound respect for resources. In the modern financial world, waste looks like convenience. It is the food delivery app you use because you're exhausted from working a job that barely pays enough. The visible cost is the $30 meal. The hidden cost is far more dangerous, exchanging the exact margin you need to escape financial stress for a brief moment of temporary relief. The psychological trap is fatigue. You feel you deserve a reward, telling yourself that saving $30 will not make you rich anyway. The system fix is to stop viewing it as just $30. View it as a building block of your freedom. Next time you cook instead of ordering, immediately transfer that money into savings. Sometimes the most powerful financial decision is not earning more. It is needing less from the wrong things. Number 4. Gaman. Outsmart the illusion of status. If Mottainai stops daily leaks, the fourth habit protects your long-term focus. In Japanese culture, gaman translates to endurance or patience, the ability to delay gratification with quiet dignity. Consumer culture actively discourages patience. If you want something, you are encouraged to use buy now, pay later schemes to look comfortable before you actually are. When income is low, the pressure to avoid looking like you are struggling is heavy. The visible cost is a seemingly harmless monthly payment. The real cost is chaining your future income to past choices. Debt destroys your ability to walk away from a bad job or survive an emergency. The psychological trap is confusing the appearance of wealth with actual security. The system fix is stealth living. Implement a strict 72-hour delay on any non-essential purchase and refuse to finance anything that depreciates in value. Look average while you quietly build leverage. Money becomes lighter when it is no longer trying to prove your worth. Number 5, Ubaitori, stop funding someone else's timeline. When you earn a modest income, social media can feel suffocating. Everyone else seems to be constantly upgrading their lifestyle. The Japanese concept of Ubaitori is the understanding that every flower blooms at its own pace, and comparing them is pointless. Modern consumer culture weaponizes comparison. The visible cost is the money you spend trying to keep up. The hidden cost is much worse. You abandon your own slow wealth system because you feel behind. The psychological trap is the dangerous belief that because your financial progress is small, it is meaningless. The system fix is to ruthlessly mute the financial noise. Unfollow accounts and brands that trigger lifestyle envy. Protect your attention, because where your attention goes, your money follows. Quiet wealth is not about how loud your success looks, but how peacefully you sleep. Number 6, Ikigai. Give your margin a mission. When money is tight, spending becomes an emotional coping mechanism to feel a brief moment of control. In Japanese culture, Ikigai refers to your reason for being, your core purpose. Applied to personal finance, it means giving your money a clear direction. The visible cost of directionless money is the impulse purchase at the checkout counter. The hidden trap is that money without a purpose is easily stolen by distraction. The system fix is to literally rename your accounts. Create a freedom fund or an emergency escape fund. Give your money a job that deeply matters to you, making it much harder to spend it on things that do not. Money becomes lighter when it serves your actual life, rather than your temporary stress. Number 7, Osoji, cleanse your financial traps. As you give your money purpose, you must eliminate what drags it down. In Japan, Osoji is the tradition of deep cleaning to clear out the old and welcome a fresh start. Financially, it means ruthlessly confronting your recurring liabilities. Modern consumerism normalizes endless subscriptions and car loans. The visible cost is the small, manageable monthly payment. The real cost is severe. Pledging your future, limited income to pay for past comfort. The psychological trap is accepting these payments as unavoidable fixtures of adult life. The system fix is to perform a financial osoji. Sit down this week, find one recurring trap, a forgotten app subscription or a high-interest credit card balance, and take the steps to aggressively eliminate it. Quiet wealth begins when your future income belongs entirely to you, not to a bank. Number 8, Kaizen, automate small progress. The final habit makes all the others permanent. Kaizen is the Japanese philosophy of continuous, incremental improvement. When your income is low, it is easy to rely on sudden bursts of motivation to save. But motivation fades. The visible cost is a pattern of starting and stopping. The hidden cost is the massive compounding growth you lose over a decade of inconsistency. The psychological trap is the belief that small amounts are completely pointless. The system fix is absolute automation. Build a financial machine that does not rely on willpower. Set up your account so bills, debt payoffs, and investments transfer automatically the moment you are paid. Automation does not care if you are tired. It executes anyway. You do not hustle your way out of scarcity. You design your way out. Quiet wealth is built with silent, relentless consistency. Before this sounds like another video telling you to stop buying coffee, never enjoy your life and live like a monk just because your income is low. Pause here. That is not the point. The goal of these Japanese money habits is not extreme deprivation. It is not about forcing yourself to perfectly copy another culture. It is simply about direction. When your paycheck is small, the modern financial system will happily drain whatever margin you have left. These habits act as a lens to help you spot those traps, intentionally refusing to pay for things that keep you stuck, so you can quietly build a secure foundation. Here is your exact blueprint to start applying these habits today. First, practice Kakeibo. Pull up your bank statement from the last 30 days. Do not just skim it. Write down the transactions, categorizing them into basic needs, intentional wants, and invisible leaks, like convenience fees and emotional spending. Second, apply Mottainai. Pick exactly one leak to close today. Find one recurring $20 waste and eliminate it. Finally, use Chokin and Kaizen. Take the exact amount freed up from that leak and set up an automatic transfer straight into an emergency fund or a debt payment on the exact day your paycheck arrives. By doing this, you are taking your money off the financial treadmill and giving it a permanent, quiet purpose. At the beginning of this video, we talked about that quiet tightrope walk. Japanese money habits will not magically double your paycheck overnight. They are not secret formulas, but they are a highly effective financial operating system. They teach us that building a foundation starts with taking absolute control over what you already have. Quiet wealth is built in the hidden margins. It is built when you stop paying for the temporary illusion of success and start quietly funding your actual freedom. If this video helped you see your money differently, subscribe to the channel for more videos on quiet wealth and Japanese money habits. This video is for educational purposes only and is not personal financial advice. Financial rules, taxes, pensions, and investment products vary by country. Always consider your own situation and speak with a qualified professional when needed.